Hello and welcome to the Zen Museum record, a video record of the Zen Museum. I am Cluug, Moins, Psychedelic historian. We have with us today Inventor Zen.
Hey, thanks, Clug. All right, well, let's dive right into it. We'll go to the museum at danzen.com. We'll come on up and we will hit the Kropotnik conveyor and go into the early games. Now, the other day we had taken a look at this one. Well, let's just scroll on down to it. Oh, that's a fast scroll. We took a look at this one right here, the board. And in the board we saw Opartica. And as I was thinking, hey, why haven't we seen Opartica yet in our video record series? And then it struck me that Opartica was both an older game and a newer game, Opartica Tunnel, version 2 in a sense, launched. And so I think we have Opartica listed under the newer games, and I would like to go go take a look at that. So almost go forward to go back. Or we could look in gadgets. So if we click on gadgets, Opartica is probably in here somewhere. Gadgets, there it is right there, Opartica. So we'll launch this. Now this goes to the Opartica site, opartica.com, and there is a new version, which we'll leave for later, this version. But there are also originals, and so this is the original Opartica from 2001 with over 2,000 views, or 200,000 views. Okay, so here's Opartica, the Opartica tool, and there was also a history of Danzen, of my sort of dealings with Opart, including early things. So if we press on this, that's one of my early drawings from the 70s when I was a kid. I don't know what a fly is. Oh, black and white, showing black and white, and mazes that I would do as well, sort of that very Opart. I was a child of the 60s and 70s. What can you do? Shoes. What about shoes? Oh, right. Well, aside from the shoes, wearing black and white pants, there is an early picture of Danzen. Ah, there are the shoes. Mary Quant-like shoes over there. Then there have been various letters that I've written and color space and people that I hung around with, like at Giles's house with that kind of stuff on the wall. And albums, I did the Chessman, that Opart, and light shows and stuff. So, okay, well, that's more Chessman by the lights. Oh, yeah, with Opart lights. And light shows is different. There's Danzen up doing a light show. That's me, and various posters for it. So you can see that I'm kind of all into that. And then there was the Swinging Gurus with where we were working with video feedback in the early days. Nice, huh? So that's was live video feedback, all animated and working, and I would project that onto places. What does FB stand for? Feedback. More of that stuff. Different pictures. Ooh. Kaleidoscope work as well. So different things on kaleidoscopes to make patterns and so forth. And then Gnostics time created things like that. I'm not sure where this is. Oh, that's me in amongst the light there. Dancers. People dancing at the Gnostic show. Helmets, op 3. Oh yeah, so there's projecting onto the Gnostics, the various Opart. And then along came Danzen with spirogram and shrink ray and various things as well, including this Opartica and the Tilator as well. So a lot of optical things there. So let's run Opartica. And there was a choice. We'll choose the 800 by 600, and here it is. Control minus, there we go. So this is Opartica. Nice, huh? And right now it's playing a show. So you could add different designs and then cycle through the show. So this is cycling through the show. And the idea was you could put icons and logos, actually tried to sell it to clothing stores to put their logo there, and then we would project at raves and stuff, and people at raves would dig the show. You know, I still project this. I'm projecting Opartica tonight, this very night, at the first wave retrograde thing. I have projected it at raves. Now, actually, it's not this Opartica, it's Opartica Tunnel that we'll see later. It's a bit more versatile. But the difference between the two, a main difference, is this Opartica spins. You couldn't make as many patterns or different types of patterns as with Opartica Tunnel, number 2, which allowed you to sort of make custom shapes as well. But Opartica 2 doesn't actually spin. It flies forward and backwards in 3D. And the nice thing about spinning is you get sort of these moire patterns and so forth that happen. So how you do it is you add layers to, and we'll see this when we go my turn. I think it probably is my turn here. So here are the different patterns that you can put on, and then you can start them spinning. This little A here is for add, this U is for update, and that D is for delete. So we will hit add, and let's add the opposite side, and we'll spin the opposite side in the opposite way. Oh, I think that was the wrong one. Yeah, that's a different one. So we'll delete that. This is just a simple one, and when I added a complex one, so we'll add the opposite of that. And there we go. And you can also choose faster. So we click on this one and choose faster, then it's going faster. Up and down is for patterns that can move up and down, and then you can also change the background color. And then I believe this was the different centers that we had given you, and then you could request your own logo in there. So if you like that one, it's number 0, so we go to number 1. If we go to 0, it's that one still. So now we're on number 1. We could try lines, for instance, and make those go down. And then we can add zigzags and make those go up, that kind of thing. And go on to number 3, circles. Circles, oh yes, these patterns, if you go circles, that means they're going in or out. So if I make it go faster, these circles are coming out at you. And we'll add, I don't know, I thought we had a ray. Where's the ray? Like a straight ray. Oh yeah, there it is. So there's a straight ray, and you can get a spider web look. Let's rotate that ray, and we'll add another ray. And we'll rotate that other ray this way, and you get that kind of sense or feel. Pew, pew. And then if you want to get rid of this stuff, I think it's this little negative sign, and there she be. And click anywhere to get it back again. And then here's the looping and the show. So one might be, that's looping. Oh, so this starts the show. And it's on fast right now, I think. And then, yeah, there it is. And then I'm not sure, that might randomize it. And there's also a way to import. So you can import sequences or projects, and you can also export your sequences and projects as well. So you can export one at a time, or import one at a time, or export. So that's kind of cool, which means that people could share their patterns that they made with either other machines or other people as well here at Opartica. And then this goes back to the demo. Now we did try and sell Opartica to Austin Powers, and it was so close. It's Austin Powers Golden Ball. And we put this inside of a golden ball with Austin Powers. And we contacted, whoever it was, Miramax, I can't remember who did Austin Powers. And we got a hold of somebody, and they said, "All right, great. Yeah, that sounds great. Oh, I love it. Yeah, we'll get so and so, this woman, to call you back." So this woman calls me back. The first thing she goes is, "So you would like to advertise on the Austin Powers site?" And I went, "No, not exactly. What we have is content for the Austin Powers site, the Austin Powers Golden Ball, where people get to make op art inside Austin Powers Golden Ball and have fun with your themes there." No, sorry. So sorry. We thought you were wanting to advertise that for the site. Okay, and it just didn't pan out. And it's like, oh, so close. I was so happy, as you can imagine. For that also happened with spy mail, but well, we'll leave that for another story at the Dan Zen Museum on spy mail. So I think that's it for Opartica. This is Opartica 1. We did have posters made up, which were pretty cool. They were big silkscreen posters by Mark Bick, and they looked like the various patterns. I'm looking at one right now. It's up on my wall in front of the workspace here. And thanks, by the way, Cluug. I forgot to mention, that was really nice of you to come to the house this time. You had said that you wanted to see the house and kind of visit the garage again and all that kind of stuff. Yes, I know. The garage is the most amazing. As a matter of fact, I even saw the original silk screen. The original silk screen that must have been made for Opartica. That's one of my favorite pieces that you have there hanging in the garage. Yes, so it was fascinating to see Opartica. Of course, one of my most amazing favorite applications of yours, inventor Dan Zen, a tool which allows people to make op art. You cannot beat that. Here at the Dan Zen Museum, record. This is Cluug, Moins, and we are signing off. Bloop, bloop.